All right, so we have Total Gym, and according to the Total Gym website, it is described as an incline bodyweight trainer used for a workout or rehab exercises. It provides versatile, efficient bodyweight workouts that can be used for strength training, stretching, and to improve body composition.
Total Gym is pretty versatile. You can do anything you want with it for the most part, but it allows for injury specific treatment protocols, and it works to improve coordination, balance, functional performance, and cardio endurance. You can use it for like sports specific, like return to play, and as well as plyometric activity. So we're going to show you guys all of that later in the video.
So some strengths of Total Gym include some close kinetic chain partial loading. You can change the force angles to change the amount of body weight being applied. It can work with a variety of systems and muscles, so you can use it for Pilates, plyometrics, proprioception, activity-specific movements, pretty much anything. It provides unrestricted range of motion, and then it's non-compressive, so it's joint friendly.
Also, for the price of Total Gym, the model that we have is fairly old, so I don't think you could purchase it anymore if you wanted to. But for newer models, for the RS model and Compass Power Tower, you're looking about like $6,500, like $830 if you want, and the XLS, which you can get on Amazon. You don't have to buy it through Total Gym. You can get it for cheaper, but you're looking, that's a pretty big range, but you're looking like usually on the higher end of closer to like the 6,500 for some of the like total or like power tower kind of things. And if you want all the accessories that we're also going to show you that could be utilized at Total Gym, it's probably going to be on the more expensive side. This is the Total Gym. It probably the main thing about the Total Gym is it has the different levels that you can work at. So we can try to like show you how it's pretty easy to adjust it. It's kind of heavy, but you kind of need two people. You can move it all the way down to like parallel with the floor, pretty much, to all the way up to level 10. This specific model has 10 levels. This one, if you're working at level 8, you're going to be working about 50% of your body weight. So if you have an athlete that you're rehabbing and you want them to be, and they're like 150 pounds, if you have them at level 8, they're going to be working at about 75 pounds. So that's something to keep in mind with the different levels. Is just like, that's an example of, as you go up the level, the amount of weight they're using increases. As you go down, it decreases. So if you want them working at a very low percentage of their body weight, really close to the floor, higher percentage of their body weight, high at the top. So that's pretty easy to adjust.
So when you're using it for rehab and you want objective measurements, you want to make sure that their butt is at the same level on the mat each time, and then you can measure how far they slide, like the distance on the side. So like you would want their butt to be at like 4 each time if that's where they start, and then you can use the ruler at the side to measure how far they slide.
Alright, so here we have inserted a chart that shows the exercise resistance at each level of the Total Gym. You can see here, as I said, on level 8, you're working at 50% of your
body weight, and you can see for each level. So at level 5, you're going to be working at 46%, and then so the maximum percentage of your body weight you can work at level 10 is going to be 86%. And you can also see a nice feature of this chart is that it goes up, shows you the amount of pounds they're working at for an athlete up to 300 pounds. So yeah, that can be pretty useful, but we just have this here as a reference.
So an important feature of the Total Gym is the slide regulator, or the safety mechanism. So you start it by, so you have the metal piece that goes into it, and then it slides into the hole, and then there's a loop on the string, so you hook the loop through the attachment on the padded part of the Total Gym. It's where all of the cables have been attached to as well, and then you take the metal piece and slide it through the loop, so that then it can only slide to a certain point. And then to adjust that, so if your patient has like limited range of motion, you can adjust it by sliding it up and then pulling on the loop, so then it stays in that position, so they can't go any farther than their restricted range of motion.
Okay, another feature of the Total Gym is, in addition to having the varying levels that correlate to varying intensities or percentages of body weight, to add an extra level of variability in the amount of weight that you want the athlete to use, we have this weight bar, and this can be added by sliding it through the holes here on the Total Gym. And once this bar is added, we have extra weights here, so you can add as little or as much weight as you want to add resistance, as well as increasing the angle, which will increase the difficulty as well. And the weight of the bar is only 1.5 pounds, so yeah, you can know how much weight you're adding based on that. Okay, so some lower body exercises you can do with Total Gym. One of the first things that you can do with it is squatting. So right now we have Hallie at a pretty low level, so she's working at like a low percentage of her body weight. You can have them do squats with it. You can also have them do some plyometric work. So if you have an athlete and you want them to do more like plyometric rehab, but they're not really ready to work at like a full percentage of their body weight, you can have them do like jump squats, or like even single leg squats, or like alternating leg jumps, things like that. So some of the accessories for this one, we have, you can add this handle, or not handle, thing down here, and it just clicks right into, you have to pin it in, so make sure the holes are aligned. And then you can use this to have your athlete do toe raises on it, to do heel raises, so they can do single leg heel raises or double leg heel raises, and you can again have them work at different percentages of their body weight. Okay, so another exercise you can do for lower body is being able to utilize the pulley system to do hamstring pulls. You can also, so we have the ankle cuff. There's also a thigh cuff if you want them to be able to move closer to the thigh, not have like as much of a resistance far away. You can also have the athlete roll onto their side and do like a hip adduction exercise, like engaging the glutes. So you can have them do like 4-way hip with the pulleys, and again, doing varying levels of resistance. The final lower body exercise that we chose to show you was the sliding lunge. So using the slide board, stepping onto it, and then just lunging forward. This is a good exercise. It can also be used as a good
stretch for your athlete if you have them do a rehab workout on the total gym, and then some like dynamic stretching post exercise, cool down or something like that. But it is a good exercise as well.
So for core exercises, we're going to start with the ab crunch. So you're going to have your patient on their knees on the padding of the total gym and holding onto one of the bars, and then they like bring their knees up to their chest or as far as they can. And then the second core workout that we have is the ab push. So you connect the cable, the two-handle cable, to the top of the padded part, and then you have them hold the handles, and then they keep their shoulders flexed to 45 degrees, and then they sit up for the resisted sit up for the ab push. And so for the last or core exercise, we have the twister. So they're just taking the cable and twisting it across their body. So it's basically the same setup as with the ankle cuff. So you have the cable attached to the top of the padded, and then the pulley up here on the eye bolt, and then they grab the handle. This one focuses mainly on the obliques.
Okay, so the next segment we're going to do for exercises is upper body and shoulder strengthening exercises. So we're going to start with a lat pull down. The upper body exercises probably have like the most variability as far as the like attachments and accessories that you can use. So, and there's quite a lot of possibilities with the cables. So you can see Hallie's doing like lat pull down flies, and then if you go ahead and sit up, we can show horizontal abduction and adduction. So doing like horizontal adductor strengthening, and then if she were to turn around, you can do horizontal abduction strengthening. And then you can go right from that into doing some rows or some just straight arm extension. You could go like back. I don't know if you could do that with the length of the pulleys. You might have to add the extending. But lots of possibilities with the pulleys for upper arm and shoulder stabilization. Okay, so another option for upper body is we have this attachment that slides right on the top of the slide board that can give you the capability to do bicep curls using the pulley weight as well. So you just have to slip that on before you rehook the pulleys right on top of it. So that's one option. There's also plenty more options with the pulleys. As long as you're pretty creative, you can find a way to work almost anything. Another option for upper body is to get this off. There we go. This. Okay, so another option for upper body
Some of the other attachments are that we have this pull-up bar that you can add. You can vary the distance that it is away from the machine, so it has that capability. So you can have them do supine pull-ups. It has it's pretty wide and it has a lot of different bar attachments. So if you want them to do varying grips or different things like that, you can have them do pull-up, also at varying levels of resistance or of their body weight. So if someone's trying to return to doing a pull-up, but they haven't been able to do it fully against gravity, you can have them work at doing a pull-up and slowly adding more and more of their body weight until they're at a pretty high percentage of it before you have them doing a full pull-up. Using these attachments that just slide right on the end of the Total Gym, you can have them also doing a press up or push up off of that. So yeah, those are just some of the options using the different attachment or accessory tools, but as long as you're creative, you can come up with lots of stuff.